10 things I'm doing to work towards financial freedom. A while back, I realized I needed to get serious about my finances, but I didn't follow a perfect step-by-step plan. Instead, I figured things out along the way. Some things worked, some didn't. Here's an attempt of condensing what's been helping me work towards financial freedom, plus one bonus I think is underrated: becoming aware of my spending habits. I tracked my spending for a month, and I found out I was spending way too much on things that were just not worth my time. Some people use budgeting apps, others just manually review their statements. Either way, knowing where your money goes is important towards your awareness. I would also like to add a way of thinking when it comes to impulsive buying. Compare the price of a product to your hourly wage to understand whether or not it would be worth your time. For example, let's say I make $15 an hour. I want to buy something worth $30. I ask myself, is it worth my time? Will I be using the product for more than or equal to 2 hours? If yes, then it's worth it. If no, then it's not worth it, unless it's perishable like foods and drinks. Budgeting. Finding a system that works for me. I don't follow a strict budget, but I use the 50-30-20 budgeting rule as a framework. First is needs, second is wants, last is savings. That way, I don't overspend. The percentages can be adjusted to your needs, however you need it. For example, mine is 60-10-30. The key is to find something that is easy for you to keep up with. Setting financial goals. How I stay focused on the bigger picture. At first, I was saving randomly, but having a specific goal like having $5,000 in savings gave me a framework. Some people aim for early retirement. Others want financial security. I make realistic and short-term goals that are aligned with my long-term goals. Building an emergency fund, a safety net for life's surprises. Life is unpredictable, and it is important to make sure you are ready for anything. I aim for 6 months of living expenses, but some people prefer a smaller emergency fund like $1,000 to focus on debt right away, or 3 months while investing aggressively. I prefer playing it safe with 6 months so that I can prioritize investing in my retirement account fully. Paying off debt. Debt kills progress, and it sucks to have it. I accepted that it is a problem, and now I aim to solve it, which I have recently. I started off with listing the debt from either size of amounts or by sizes of interest rates. Then I picked my strategy on how to pay off my debt. If I picked the common choice, paying off debt from smallest to the largest amounts, I would be doing the snowball method. If I picked the choice that saves the most money, I'll be paying off debt from the highest to the lowest interest rate. I would be doing the avalanche method. Either way, it is important to stick with the strategy that you're capable of staying the most consistent with. Automating my savings and investments. Does it really work? I just learned this recently, to set up automatic transfers so I don't rely on willpower. Some people like manually controlling their money, but automation could help me stay consistent. If my money moves automatically, I can't get tempted to spend it when I don't have the money. Investing in retirement, Roth IRA, and 401k. After saving, I put my money into my Roth IRA and 401k next. For 401k, I would deposit what my employer matches only. While in my Roth IRA, I will always focus on maxing, for the reason that you can only deposit a max of $7,000 per year. Unless you're older than 50, then it is $8,000 per year. My Roth IRA will be invested in index ETFs only. As for my retirement, learning more about investing, expanding beyond the basics. Ever since I got my money under control, I wanted to learn investing. What is low cost, popular, and simple? An index ETF. They are pretty much a package deal of popular and successful businesses for less. Buying this, you would be investing into companies like Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and hundreds of more, all in one to buy from a single tap on the phone. A popular one that is pretty common to invest in would be VOO, or other variations of the S&P 500 index ETFs. But personally for me, I follow the NASDAQ Index ETF for more risk, like Invesco's NASDAQ Index ETF QQQM. I just buy when I can afford it and never sell. I can talk a lot more in depth on investing and trading from my experiences and sharing what I've learned, but that is a whole video on its own. Cutting unnecessary expenses, having more with less. It's easy to just say, make more money, but to be realistic, it's not that easy to have resolve right away. I'm trying to learn what I can do now. Yes, I can spend time learning a high demand skill or start a side hustle to increase my income to start today, which is something that I am doing right now, but there is still other options I could do right now to solve my current problems. For example, actually making sure my expenses are actually living expenses and not just wasteful spending. Avoiding lifestyle inflations, not letting higher income lead to higher spending. I have never had this issue personally, so maybe my way of thinking could possibly help someone that does have this issue of spending more when they are making more. I pretty much have this routine of thinking whenever I have to question a purchase if I really want it or not. This is usually the exact moment I don't buy it because of hesitation, but I had to start off with practicing to stop myself before purchasing questionable things that don't bring me any value. I would purposely go into a tempting environment just to become aware of things I usually wouldn't pay attention to until now, and not do mindless spending on things I really don't need or want because of my environment, but instead actually know what I want and need. So that's what I'm doing to work towards financial freedom. I'm still figuring things out, and not everything will work out for everyone, but these are the things that have helped me. Hope it helps. Take care. Bonus: keep learning and adjusting. Financial freedom isn't static. What worked for me last year might not work next year. Some people automate everything, others track every dollar. The key is to keep learning and adjusting to what works best for you. Financial freedom works best if you know yourself the best. So keep on learning when you can to better yourself compared to your past self.